Wendy Johnson with Drive Across Texas, and I have made a new friend today. This is Miss Micah Sterling. She's from the Longview area, and she is with Beds for Kids, and she's going to tell us her story.
Well, about 4 years ago, it came to our attention that there was a very, very big need for beds in CPS cases. A lot of children who are in homes that are being investigated by CPS are without beds, and a lot of times that is a big reason for their removal. Mm-hmm. An orthodontist in our town, Dr. Mike Scott, he went to a build day in Tyler area that his son participated in, and they were building beds specifically for kids in CPS care. And it was his idea that we could do something locally, and the very next week I had an appointment with him, and he knew that we were involved in foster care. And he told me about his idea, and we had a meeting that very night with him and Willie Faulkner and a representative from CPS. And so our nonprofit was formed that night. We decided to meet that need. We actually formed ours, and we named ours Beds of Hope in Longview. I was taking requests from CPS, and I kept getting requests for the North Texas area, but it was just too far for us to ask our volunteers to drive. So I contacted my cousin, Seth Hodges, who lives in Omaha, and told him what we were doing, and he was thrilled to be able to join us. And so he started it in his area, and soon after that, he brought a bed this way to Texarkana, and my uncle who lives here asked him about what he was doing. And so the program then grew into the Texarkana area. And so I have my cousin and my uncle now participating and building and delivering beds to any child involved in CPS, whether it is an investigation by CPS that our bed allows them to stay in the home and not be removed, or the children are removed from the home but able to go to a family member. We provide beds for the families. And also sometimes when the parents have successfully completed the program that CPS requires them to do, the kids are able to return home, and we provide beds for those families as well. And so we really cover all aspects of CPS care.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes, and we've also grown into Sulphur Springs and also Winnsboro.
That's something I think sometimes people don't understand, is it's sometimes a case is simply a child doesn't have a bed.
Right.
And the state of Texas requires them to have a bed of their own.
Yes.
To stay in the home. So
Exactly.
You guys are fulfilling that and allowing kids to stay with parents or family.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. So are you guys a registered nonprofit with the state of Texas?
We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So all donations are tax exempt. And yes, we are really looking to grow into as many counties as we can. We don't have representation south of Henderson. So we're really looking for opportunities to move into the Nacogdoches and Lufkin area and further south.
Nice. Okay, so if people want to look you guys up, if they want to make a donation, if they want to ask about your program, how can they find you?
We have a website. Our website is bedsofhope.org. And we also have a Facebook page, which is Beds of Hope. And all of our information is on both of those locations, our contact information, as well as the way you can donate.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you, Wendy.
I think it's amazing. There's 254 counties in the state of Texas. Drive Across Texas would like to visit all of them, and I am hoping as we tour around that we are getting to see this bed program, Beds of Hope or Beds for Kids, whatever it may be called, in all 254 counties.
Absolutely.
How many counties do you guys serve right now? I didn't ask you that.
I believe our latest count is 35 counties.
35.
Yes.
There we go. So we got a little ways to go.
Yes.
So Texas, help us out. I
Yes.
love it. Thank you so much for
Okay.
talking to us today. It's such a great thing that y'all do.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. definitely worth your drive across Texas. Next time you're headed out east, if you're out in the Longview area, make sure you look up Beds for Hope. Say hi to Micah and her crew out there. Look them up, see how you can donate, see how you can get involved, see how you can bring it to your county. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all, it's Wendy Johnson with Drive Across Texas again, and I have another representative, another new friend today for the Beds for Kids program that we're talking about. This is Seth Hodges, and he's out of a different area. Remind me where you're from? Omaha?
Omaha, Naples area.
Yeah, that's Omaha, Texas, because we're in Texas. So, and Micah got you started, right? So tell us how that all happened.
Micah started the program and had been going down there in Longview. And she'd been getting a bunch of calls in our area, which is 45 miles north of Longview.
Okay.
And anyway, how it happened was me and my wife hosted a Bible study group at our house, and the group was in a part of the lesson where the writer of the curriculum said, hey, y'all start thinking about a ministry, a way you can be active in your community. And so during that week, Micah gave me a call out of the blue and said, hey, we're doing a bed ministry program down here, providing beds for children. And she said, we're getting flooded up with calls from this area. Would you be able to help? And I said, well, that's amazing that you called me, because I guess God was working this out. And I asked the Bible study group and said, what do y'all think about it? And they decided, and so we started going. And we're into it. Me and my wife been helping facilitate for about 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
In that time, we've been able to help over 250 beds in our area, which is the Mount Pleasant, Texas surrounding area.
Very cool, very cool. So, whenever she gave you this call out of the blue, it wasn't really out of the blue. It was him saying, hey, I've got something for you, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I love it. I love it. So you guys, what's the name of y'all's ministry? Is it Beds of Hope, or did y'all call it something different?
Micah started Beds of Hope down in Longview, and we just called it Beds of Hope.
Carry it over.
We actually used her 501c or 501 number to help get the material.
I love that, because people can then donate, or they can be a part of it, and that's great for you guys to have that. So if people want to help you out, do they just go through Micah and the website? Is that the best way to get a hold of you guys in your area?
Well, since that's how it started, and then I got to know we did a lot with the Child Protective Services and help facilitate beds in that way. And they also are involved with the foster parents, and so we're able to be an avenue for them to get beds to the house. And so they just contact me and our area, because each caseworker has areas.
Yes.
And then we're able to, we use the ministry. The reason it's a ministry is because the beds are just an avenue.
Yes.
An avenue to get in a relationship built with somebody new, and somebody that's in need. And the main thing these families need is hope. And that's why I like the name Beds of Hope, because we like to share the gospel with them. And
what a blessing.
It's a blessing. It really is. It can change kids' lives.
That's right, sure can.
Just meeting with them.
Yeah. Okay, so what is if y'all have a need for, what's your biggest need? Like, what is something that people can, maybe they can't give money, but they can give something else, or, what could they do to help?
Well, I like to quote Jesus. He said, the harvest is plentiful, the workers are few.
Yeah.
So mainly people.
Come out, and because y'all do everything. Y'all sand, and you build, and they write scriptures, and they do all that kind of stuff. So
right, it's really awesome. We have an awesome turnout. We just put the word out, and our church community is great, and they all get together and do a build day. We have build days throughout the year.
Okay.
And then when we get calls in, I have a group that I contact and say, hey, does anybody want to go deliver the bed? And then once we're in there, we pray over the family and talk with them. And it's unique because we believe in the power of the Word of God. And we often write scriptures. I noticed there's a picture of the bed over there with slats that the kids have wrote scriptures on. And we put scriptures on the beds that God's Word kind of protects
That's right.
and gives them a safe place to be and gives them that peace and love.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your part of the story today. It's a very cool story.
Thank y'all for getting the word out.
Well, awesome. And our goal is, our goal at Drive Across Texas is to visit all 254 counties. And like I told Micah, I'm really excited because I'm hoping that as we go around, that we're seeing this BEDS program in all 254 of those.
It's a huge need across the state, across the country.
I can see it.
And it's a great way for churches to get involved with a specific ministry.
That's right.
It's easy, and it's a great blessing.
Well, we will be spreading the word to contact you guys to find out how to set it up in the different counties and different areas. I think that's just amazing. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Very cool. There you have it, folks. Seth Hodges taking the Beds for Kids program, Beds of Hope, to another part of Texas. Y'all tune in because we've got another part of the story coming. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all, it's Wendy Johnson with Drive Across Texas, and I am back here. I'm with Artie. And Artie is the one that I talked to first about the Beds for Kids program before I talked to Micah and Seth. So, Artie, we've been just hearing the story about how Micah got it started in her area and what Seth did, and then Seth brought it to you, right?
Yes, that's right.
So tell us your part of the story.
Well, he rolled up to my house one December in 2017, and he had a bed and a mattress in the back of his pickup truck. And I said, well, what are you doing? And he told me that he was delivering a bed in this county. And I said, you mean you're coming from your county to service our county? And he said, there's nobody here to do this ministry. And right away I knew that we needed to do it.
Yeah.
We needed to step up to the plate and help service Bowie County. And we also work in Miller County, which is, this is a bi-state city.
Yes.
And we work on the Texarkana, Arkansas side within the city limits.
Okay.
We don't go out into the Miller County. We've got enough on our plate as it is, right.
So Miller County is the Arkansas side,
yes.
And then Bowie County is the Texas side.
That's right.
For those of y'all who know.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about how it works here for you guys, what y'all do to make this program happen.
Well, naturally we do the ministry through our church, so it's a faith-based ministry. And I sought out volunteers. And we originally started out with 4 men who wanted to do the ministry. And we started building beds. And we provided our own funds. And we realized we were over our head right away because the demand was so great. So I went to our church elders and told them what we needed to do. And they said, okay, we'll fund it. And they gave us a budget. And we were able to perpetuate the program as a result. And then we started seeking funds through other churches as well because word got out what we were doing, and people are more than willing to donate to this ministry because it deals with children. It just strikes a heartstring.
Yes, it does.
When you're dealing with children.
That's right.
So we've been very successful in recruiting other churches to help us with this ministry as well.
So I know that Micah's is called Beds for Hope, and it's
yes.
a registered 501c3.
Right.
You guys are Beds for Kids.
Yes.
Are y'all registered as well?
We are, and we register through our church,
Okay.
503C.
So people can donate.
Yes.
And that's always good to tell people because
Yes.
it's tax deductible. So if you can't come out and work, you can still donate to be able to be a part of it, to buy lumber and the screws that go in them.
Right.
And y'all buy bedding and mattresses and
Yes.
all that kind of stuff. So whenever the kids get a bed, what all do they get with it?
Well, I call it a turnkey job. They get the frame, they get the mattress, and they get the bedding, and we use the bed in a bag, which includes the comforter and sheets and a pillowcase and a sham. So, and we try to buy it depending on the age and gender of the child. So and most of the things that are made for children like that are things that are popular, like Frozen, the movie Frozen,
Yes.
or Star Wars, and they just love that. or unicorns, you know.
Oh, yes,
The kids
yes.
love unicorns for some reason.
Oh, they're big these days. Yeah, well, that's awesome. So the kids are getting something that kind of, you know, we all, you know, nobody wants to say that, oh, fit in with the popular, but that's big for kids.
That's right.
To be able to, if they have a friend come over, well, they have a frozen bed, you know, so that's awesome.
Yes.
That's really good.
And most of these children have never had their own bed. And so they're so excited when we come through the door and we're ready to put the bed in their home. In fact, sometimes we ask them to kind of stand aside so we can get the job done.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But they love it.
I bet. Okay, so tell me, what is your favorite part of the entire ministry?
The favorite part is delivery and setting up in the home, because we get to see the children. And I always ask the parent or the provider to make sure the kids are there. And so in some cases, when it's appropriate, we ask them to help us put the bed together. And that could be something simple as putting a slats in or making the bed or whatever. So we try to get them involved as much as we can.
That's pretty awesome.
And we give them a Bible. Most of them have never had their own Bible either.
Well, that's true. That's true. That, you know, you can't afford a bed.
Right.
There's probably lots of things you can't afford.
Right.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, so if people want to contact you about the beds for kids in this area, like how do they get a hold of you guys?
Well, the best way would be to call the church office, which is the Walnut Church of Christ. It's on Moores Lane in Texarkana, Texas. And they can just call our secretary. They know us.
Yeah.
And just find out how they can make a donation.
There you go.
Right.
So make a donation, volunteer to help out.
That's right.
Bring
Right.
in some bedding, you know,
Right.
whatever it may be.
Right.
That's pretty
Or
awesome.
if they
I
want to
love
set the ministry up in their county, we can come and do a training session and
that's
show them
nice.
how to make a bed.
Very cool.
It's a simple bed to make, but there's a system that makes it much easier to do.
Yes.
And you want to try not to waste much wood as you can, so there's certain lengths of wood that we figured out that we have minimum wastage, you know, when
And
we're
you
putting the
guys-
bed.
I was talking to you earlier and you said that like you have some people that have helped you design some different pieces and different, you called it something. like
Jigs.
A jig, yes.
Yes.
That helps with like making it happen and making
Yes.
it flow.
Right.
I like that because
So, yeah, when you mass produce these beds,
Yes.
you want it to streamline it, so you've just got to set it up where people can just put it in the jig and all they have to do is drill it together.
that's great. And that helps because you do work days and so you have
Yes.
volunteers that come in
Yes.
and you know, sometimes they're maybe not always the same, so it probably helps
That's
to
right.
make it happen that way. That's pretty cool.
And we ask the parents to bring their children so we can teach them as well.
I love that.
And we're starting to ask kids to come with us now as we put in bed so they can see the other side of life, the reality of people who don't have the adequate resources, you know, for their children.
What a blessing.
Yes, it is.
What a
Yes, it
blessing.
is.
Touching hearts,
Yes,
one bed at a time.
yes. And what I tell people is that there is a cycle of need there, and we just insert one little need in there, and that's a bed. You know, they have other needs as well. Actually, there are extensions of this ministry that other churches could do as well. A lot of times when you have a mother who has children and they're trying to get started, they don't have furniture. And so we will help find furniture for them as well. But we have to kind of stick to our mission, but
Yeah.
that it is a side mission that we try to help as much as we can.
Help out in different
Right.
ways. I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
That's pretty awesome. You guys have a great thing. We saw, I mean, we got to see people putting beds together and the kids riding and sanding. And it was amazing to watch everybody working together and we really enjoyed seeing this. It's a great story to tell.
Yes, it is.
And like I told Micah, there's 254 counties. She said that they're serving about 35 counties. Does that include you guys?
Yes, yes.
So that's 35 counties out of the 254, plus one in Arkansas. We'll just adopt them for this. So our goal at Drive Across Texas is to drive across and visit all 254 of those. And I'm going to be looking forward to seeing the beds for hope or beds for kids in each one of them.
Yes.
We're excited to kind of share
Yes.
that.
And we know there are other locales that are doing this ministry because we've gotten word about it. So it's not really unique to us as far as what we're doing, but it's unique that we're starting it in this area.
Yes, and spreading the love.
Yes.
I love that. There you go. There you have it, folks. Outlive your life by sharing a part of yourself and with others and touching people and sharing God's word. I love that. I'm telling y'all, folks, next time you're up here, you're driving across East Texas and you end up there in that northeast corner, say hi to these guys, pass the word along, see how you can help out. They might be having a work day and put you to work, so you gotta be careful. You never know. So it's a great ministry, y'all. Look them up. Beds for Kids up here in Bowie County and Miller County, Arkansas.
Right.
So worth your drive across Texas. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Bye, y'all.